Hey, welcome to Mr. Miller Reads. If you're joining me for the first time, I hope you'll be inspired by today's book and get reading too. I'd love to hear what you think of today's video and the book itself, so please do leave me a comment in the chat. And so, without further ado, let's get started. His eyes are wild and his whiskers frazzled. Thorns have jabbed at his weary legs and dew soaks his tight belly. There has been barely a moment to rest or feed on his long journey over these barren hills, which is why his ribs now poke through his ragged fur. A glittering mist flies from his feet as he bounds over the marshy earth, a mist that has trailed him all the way. Can't stop. Don't stop. Won't stop, he gasps over and over until he wonders whether he will ever stop again. As he bounds over the wet green, he keeps twisting his head around, sniffing the wind, staring in terror. His long, black-tipped ears twitch in alarm, as they have since he left the valley of his birth a whole moon ago. Can't see it, can't smell it, can't hear it, he keeps reminding himself, but he knows it is coming, faster than any hare can run, and the thought of this drives him on, over highlands and moorlands, over hedges and ditches, as if he is trying to outrun the wind itself. Today we're exploring The Wild Before by Piers Torday and published by Hachette Children's Book. The Wild Before is a prequel to Torday's The Last Wild trilogy, which is about a world where animals have all but become extinct. This book helps set up this premise, explaining how we reached a point where almost all animals have gone. Through the story, the reader is given the opportunity to consider the ways that our world is changing and how this affects those we share it with. Animals. The effects of climate change are something we are becoming increasingly familiar with as we see more and more extreme weather patterns. What will happen if this pattern continues? How will all of our lives be affected if we don't do something about it now? Furthermore, over the last couple of years, we have all struggled through a global pandemic, brought about by the way we, as human beings, interact with the natural world, and which has changed the way we live our lives. Could this happen again? How are we prepared for this? Are we willing to change how we live our lives to prevent it? The Wild Before raises these issues along with exploring the aggressive farming practices prevalent in many countries nowadays. While the book deals with a very real and very serious set of issues affecting our world today, it does so in such a magical way by introducing us to the endearing character of Little Hare. Not only is Little Hare a small animal, he's one of the smallest of his kind, and he's tasked with a great mission: to protect the mysterious moon calf. I love the highly detailed and beautifully imagined animal world in this story, with its own social hierarchy and mythology. I love that the animals all see their place in their world, a reminder for us humans that for things to change, we need to work together. Torday reminds us through this novel that often it is the small amongst us, the insignificant and often the young, who, when they make the choice, can bring about the biggest change. The Wild Before deals with real and pressing issues, but it is never preachy, never contrived, and Torday has created a fascinating, fully realised world just a whisper beyond the one we live in now. I really do hope you'll get hold of this wonderful, exquisitely written story and explore that world for yourself. If you need help getting hold of it, I've shared a few links in the description where you can purchase it online. Do remember to like, subscribe and share on YouTube, or give me a follow on Instagram before sharing it on social media, and leave thoughts about the video or the book in the comments. Happy reading!